as chairs of Senate standing committees. We also have this one mass protest. Federal government discontinues contempt suit filed against NLC TUC. Obaseki. Shuaibu's court action a preemptive move ahead of his defection to APC. And of course, it says this one also says ex-official narrates how he remitted proceeds of job racketeering to FCC boss. DSS Emefiele illegally detained, finding on face-off at court premises shocking. Abaribe, sit at home has become money-making scheme for Simon Epa, his cohorts. And we also have this one. Senate withholds El-Rufai's confirmation as Minister of Security clearance. Naira slides to 774.8 per dollar, 774 Naira per 8 kobo. Dollar at INE window, 897 Naira per dollar at parallel market. And more stories here on the cable. NG Abdul Samad Rabiu Foundation donates 25 vehicles to boost NDLEA operation, save the Nigerian children. Abduction, killing of farmers, worsening food crisis in Nigeria. A more story here says NAD will fix protests on Wednesday to give federal government ample time to intervene. And of course, we'll take about two more. And this says, I was going on vacation when I learned of my ministerial nomination, says Kiyamo. Current moves to stop posting of engineering graduates to schools. All right, for NYSA. And the last one here from the business side of the paper. Naira slides, all right, that appears to be taken by event. NCAA, why airlines must now have minimum of 6 aircraft to operate in Nigeria. All right, we'll move over to the Vanguard newspaper and also take more headlines here on the Vanguard. On the front page of the Vanguard newspaper, Minister, Senate stops El-Rufai Okotete Danlade. Okay, and that's about the ministerial nominee screening. And this is also saying billion naira debt WAEC withholds results of candidates from 8 states. Biafra seated home is dead, buried Nnamdi Kanu. And all the latest news here on the Vanguard. Diabetes remove tariffs on essential drugs imports. That's according to federal government. Elevator tragedy, critical gaps in Nigeria's healthcare system. And we also have this one. Cleric, wife herbalist arrested for allegedly abducting women children for 13 years. NAFDAC fears 20% Nigerians may die from NTDs, moves against solid fats in foods. And we also have this one. Billion naira debt, WAEC withholds results of candidates from 8 states. How my father died due to hospital negligence. That's according to Omahi. And this is coming right off after Akwabi also said the same thing. And of course, we also have this one. Federal government withdraws contempt charge against NLC TUC. We are picketing government tertiary health institutions August 9. And that is coming from NAD. And more stories here on the Vanguard. Shareholders support holding of First Bank's EGM. Pension investment in federal government securities up to 20.6% to 10.9 trillion naira. All right, let's take some couple more still on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. And of course, we also have other top stories here. And this is talking about pension investment in federal government securities up 20.6%. All right, we've actually taken that. No plot to impeach Deputy Governor Obaseki. Insurance is best protection against financial loss. That's according to Staco CEO. All right, we take one more. And this says NIN registration declines 16.85% to 22.49 million in 2022. And that's according to the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics.
All right, quickly we take some headlines out of the Nation newspaper before we go on a commercial break. Security clearance delays El-Rufai Okotete Danladi. Elsewhere, El-Rufai to others await clearance as ministers. ECOWAS plans a review of Niger junta position. Senate declares 45 ministerial nominees. WAEC withholds results of Zamfara. Niger, 6 others. Olawikbo Hasim hails Tinubu for nominating Abuja Indigene as minister. And lastly, Navy orders release of crude lading vessel. Some of the stories from the Nation this morning. We'll take a commercial. When we come back, I'll be looking at some of the details of the headlines and analysis as well. Stay with us.
Feel better about your life.
32 FM, 94.9, the antidote to depression.
130 successful Canadian visas and counting in 2023 alone. We are A3 Immigration and we mean business. A3 Immigration Incorporation is a Canadian-based immigration corporation licensed to help individuals transform Canada into their home sweet home, just as we did for Shalewa.
Hi, my name is Shalewa. Thanks to A3 Immigration, Nova Scotia, Canada is my new home.
Hi everyone, my name is Demola. I want to thank A3 Immigration for making my relocation to Canada successful.
With Canada Regulatory Council membership number R707544, A3 Immigration has a wide variety of expertise in all areas related to Canadian immigration. Our sister company, Bigger International Consult, is also available for your work or study needs in the United Kingdom. To get started, call or chat 0913-660-1125, 0913-660-1125, or visit a3immigration.com. A3 Immigration, making Canada your new home.
This is what it sounds like when you mindlessly munch away at your snacks. Boring, dull, routine snacking. And this is what it sounds like when snacking is loud, proud, gooey, chewy, playful, joyful, and all-round fun. Because when joyless snacking attacks, we'll be there to fight back. Snack out loud with Fanta.
John!
What's up?
Check your phone. I just send you Momo referral.
My mama don't run that one for me since now. Me say for the find who I go refer, make a quick hammer my million.
Hey! You too fit be one of the 12 millionaires for the Momo Refer and Win promo. To win, dial star 671 # to sharply open your Momo account and select option 6 to refer family and friends them. After that, make sure say them open Momo account and use and recharge airtime or data at least 100 naira. Chicken, the more people where you refer, the more you go win. If you not see out of 12 million naira every week, you fit chop out of 25 million naira.
Momo Refer and Win promo. The more you refer, the more you win. Promo go run from June 15 till August 9, 2023. Terms and conditions they shall.
Titi, I'm leaving now. Make sure you use this hypo bleach sachet to wash all the clothes, clean the bathroom, mop the floors, and
Mommy, one sachet for all this plenty work?
Yes, sir. Introducing the Hypo Bleach 200 ml bigger sachet, the bigger sachet you've been waiting for. Now you can do more disinfecting, whitening, and cleaning for just 100 naira.
Bigger 200 ml hypo sachet to do more housework.
Hello there. Have you ever traveled with You Fit Fly on any of our pilgrimage journey to Israel, Greece, Rome, or Jordan? This is another glorious opportunity to journey once again with You Fit Fly to Canada. Register now to be part of those attending our ministers' conference in Canada this September 2023. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o àǹfààní olówó iyebíye ní fún ọ láti darapọ̀ mọ́ ọ̀gọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ènìyàn tí yóò kópa nínú ìpàdé àwọn ìríjú Ọlọ́run alààyè lórílẹ̀‐èdè Canada tó máa wáyé nínú oṣù kẹsàn-án ọdún yìí. Indeed, it is going to be a positive life-changing experience. Láti má wàá gbẹ̀yìn, tètè yọjú sọ́fíìsì You Fit Fly tó wà ní Success House, 7up Road, Olúyọ̀lé Main Estate, Ring Road, Ìbàdàn. Tètè yọjú sí gbogbo ẹ̀ka iléeṣẹ́ You Fit Fly tó wà lárọ̀ọ́wọ́tó rẹ. Fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ẹ kàn sí www.youfitfly.com tàbí lórí àwọn ìkànnì ìbánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ at You Fit Fly, or better still call the following numbers: 090-1111-1190, 070-6275-9762, and 080-9300-2096. Canada is the next port of calling. Do not be left out.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? I'm in Biggie's world, where it seems like multiple stars are aligned for the ultimate showdown. I have to go. I have to go. Biggie's calling.
It's the return of your faves in the first ever Big Brother Ninja All-Stars. Get ready for edge of your seat drama, showing 24/7 on DSTV channel 198 and GoTV channel 49. Get and stay connected.
Big Brother Ninja All-Stars is proudly sponsored by MoneyPoint, powering dreams in association with HFM, online trading at its finest.
32 FM, 94.9.
All right, you're welcome back. You're still on to Break It On Papers review here on 32 FM 94.9. And of course, is your love to dial. And we're also going to be taking more papers as we await to also have our analysts join us this morning to do the paper analysis with us. And of course, my name is GBOLABO, famous school.
My name is Kenny Durutilu. We'll start off with this one from the Punch newspaper. Federal government withdraws contempt suit against Labour. NLC may suspend strike. Major story from the Punch. Now, the federal government on Monday backtracked and withdrew its contempt suit filed by leaders of the Nigeria Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress for organizing a nationwide anti-subsidy protest on August the 2nd, 2023. The development came barely 5 days after the Federal Ministry of Justice sued the organized labor leaders for allegedly disobeying a court order barring them from leading the nationwide protest. The National Industrial Court had stopped the organized labor from going on strike, but human rights lawyer and counsel to the organized labor, Femi Falana, insisted the union could proceed on the protest. You would recall the headline from the Punch: FG withdraws contempt suit against Labour. NLC may suspend strike.
All right, looking at this particular headline from the Guardian newspaper this morning, why Senate drop El-Rufai, Danladi Okotete as ministers. And of course, there's some explanations here by the paper talking about the Guardian. It says the Senate yesterday declined to confirm the nomination of the former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai, former Deputy Governor of Taraba State Sani Abubakar Danladi, and Stella Okotete from Delta State as members of the People's Federal Executive Council (FEC). 45 other ministerial nominees by President Bola Tinubu were confirmed. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, disclosed at the end of yesterday's session that the three persons whose names were not mentioned were awaiting security clearance. Tinubu had on July 27, 2023, which was the expiry date of the 60 days deadline imposed by the Constitution, transmitted the names of 28 nominees to the Senate. He later sent another set of 19 and yet another 2 after replacing the nominee from Kano, Miriam Shetty.
All right, over to the Nation newspaper. This headline, you find ECOWAS plans review of Niger junta position. The heads of state and government of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, will meet again tomorrow over the political crisis in Niger Republic. The ECOWAS leaders will be considering and discussing the political situation and recent developments in Niger during the summit. That was revealed in a statement. The ECOWAS leaders are led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The junta's closure of airspace since Sunday disrupted the skies over landlocked Niger, which is more than twice the size of France. The headline again, ECOWAS plans review of Niger junta position.
All right, still on The Guardian, we have this inflation, high interest rates spike sales rents by 40% in major cities. And this is saying Nigeria's housing market has recorded a spike of about 40% in cost of leases and sales in the first half of 2023. According to findings by the Guardian newspaper here. And of course, this is still talking about the exchange rate. And of course, still on the business angle of the paper, this says no respite for Naira at parallel market. Arbitrage widens to 15%. And let's also look at this, what the paper is saying about the Naira at the parallel market. And this says Japa Forex rates convergence to push diaspora remittance to $26 billion. Naira could be facing a fresh crisis as official and black market arbitrage, which narrowed to near zero a week after the foreign exchange forex rates convergence has widened in 1 week. Last weekend, the premium on the parallel market rose to over 150 naira per dollar, the highest since June 14 when the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, announced the rate convergence. Yesterday, the investors and exporters INE window closed at 774 naira per dollar, as against a black market trading band of 890 naira per dollar. The spread narrowed to 115 naira per dollar, or 15% margin, but still much higher than the recommended 5%.
All right, the Punch newspaper has this headline: Kiamo's ministerial screening splits senators. The Senate on Monday witnessed a rowdy session over the screening of a ministerial nominee, Festus Kiamo. Kiamo, a Minister of State for Labor and Employment under former President Muhammadu Buhari's administration, appeared before the Senate to be screened for a new position under President Bola Tinubu. However, events turned sour when Darlington Nwokocha moved the motion requesting the suspension of the nominees' screening. Nwokocha reminded Kiamo of how he insulted the lawmakers from both chambers during his tenure as a minister. He also brought to the fore corruption charges leveled against the nominee and how he ignored the National Assembly summons in 2020 over the employment scheme of 774,000 Nigerians recruited for the Special Public Works Program. Senator Nwokocha then said, "I move that we suspend forthwith screening of the nomination and wait until when this is cleared." That's a common story to many of the papers this morning. Kiamo's ministerial screening splits senators.
All right, let's look at this one from Niger News. And Niger News is saying this morning Obaseki speaks on plots to impeach Deputy Governor, says Shuaibu planning to join APC. Quite interesting time in the political arena. And let's see what the story is saying. Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State has revealed that there is no plan to impeach his deputy, Comrade Philip Shuaibu. And the paper is reporting that the governor noted that the move by Shuaibu seeking a court order to stop his purported impeachment is preemptive ahead of his defection to the All Progressives Congress, APC. This is as leaders of Edo North Senatorial District, the senatorial zone of the Edo State Deputy Governor, Philip Shuaibu, distanced themselves from his governorship ambition, warning the deputy governor against feeling the crisis in the state. The governor, while briefing journalists in Benin City during a visit by the Edo North leaders, said the deputy governor had been actively engaging with senior actors both at the national and state level of the APC. He stated that Shuaibu is negotiating his way into their party, adding that he is at the verge of finalizing most to defect to the APC. He said, "Let me put it on record that I am not aware of any plot or any scheme to impeach the deputy governor, Comrade Philip Shuaibu. Have also checked. There was no such plan." And obviously that is coming from Governor Obaseki of Edo State.
All right, from the Vanguard newspaper, Biafra sit at home is dead, buried in Nnamdi Kanu. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, yesterday said that the Monday sit at home in the southeast is dead and buried. Kanu urged the people of the southeast to welcome the cancellation of the sit at home order. Speaking through his lead counsel, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, Kanu charged residents of the southeast to reject those using his name to dupe people. Although it was IPOB that initiated the sit-at-home order to push for Kanu's release, the initiative was hijacked by criminal elements using the measure to cause havoc. For more details of that, you find that in the pages of the Punch newspaper this morning.
All right, this one is saying that giving up hope, Keyamo thanks Tinubu at ministerial screening. And the story says a ministerial nominee from Delta State, Festus Keyamo, said he had given up hope to serve in the Federal Executive Council of the current All Progressives Congress, APC, administration until he was nominated by President Bola Tinubu last Friday. Keyamo, a senior advocate of Nigeria, SAN, spoke on Monday during his ministerial screening at the Senate. The former Minister of State for Labor and Productivity under then administration of ex-President Muhammadu Buhari thanked Tinubu for finding him worthy to serve in his cabinet. Addressing the lawmakers, Keyamo said, "My appearance here today can only be by the grace of God and by the special benevolence of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and I want to say a special thank you to him for giving me the rare opportunity to serve." All right, all of that quote are coming from the ministerial nominee talking about Keyamo's screening at the Senate yesterday.
All right, we'll take another headline, this one out of the Daily Post. Now, it goes that the state governor, Godwin Obaseki, on Monday stated that there was no plan to impeach his deputy, Philip Shuaibu. The governor, however, noted that the move by Shuaibu seeking a court order to stop his purported impeachment was preemptive ahead of his alleged plan to defect to the All Progressives Congress, APC. I think this is where we open the phone lines. 0705 5000 949 0829 7000 949. Let's have your comments on the headlines of the day. What do you think about the stories? Amongst them having to do with the ministerial list, the federal government withdrawing contempt suit against Labour, NLC suspending its strike, and all that. Some of the stories out of the papers. But in the meantime, we'll take other stories.
The numbers again are still 070-55,000 949 or 08097,000 949. For international audience, +234 90 62,000 949. Do remember we also live on Facebook, 32FM 949 Ibadan. That's on Facebook and also on YouTube.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, GBOLABO. Good morning, Dorothy Penny.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Dr. Mark. I feel somehow yesterday when I saw what was happening when Keyamo was to be screened. You see, the truth of the matter is APC would always remain the same. And I'm still saying it. Let us not expect any new thing to happen with this administration. What the House was asking yesterday was for him to account for his reasons for not willing to come to the House to explain what went wrong with the money released for 774,000 workers at the local government. Keyamo was in charge of that deal at that time. How did they share that money? Who received the money? The House invited him. He was a serving minister. He neglected to respect the House. So what right does he have again to come and be nominated as a minister? We are in a country where things happen and then we do not check to ask ourselves, is this the way to move a nation forward? The money released at that time went down the drain and they couldn't account for who received those money in the name of for special duties and this and that. And such a person is coming out again to serve this nation as a minister. And people at that house could not stand their ground and walk Keyamo out until he comes to clear himself what happened at the last time. I do not think we should expect anything new to happen in this administration other than embezzlement and wasting of resources.
Right.
That is my take this morning. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
All right, we still have more. We still have more headlines, and of course, we have a number of people also dropping their comments on Facebook, like I can see. But quickly through this says U.S. increases pressure in Niger as Russia moves into the region. When Niger was rattled by a coup in late July, it was just the latest West African nation to be challenged by mutinous militaries bent on unseating the existing government. What some have called Dominion chain of armed takeovers in a sensitive part of the world where Russia loyalist machineries are in ascendance. Niger's President Mohamed Bazoum, who is now being held captive by summer security detail, is a red democratically elected leader who was inaugurated in 2021 in the country's first peaceful transfer of power. His nation is the recipient of $2 billion in U.S. and other Western aid annually, and more than 1,000 U.S. troops are stationed in Niger, where they train the Nigerian military to battle jihadist terrorist groups against groups active in the area. The Biden administration and European Union rushed to condemn the coup and have lamented the potential loss of their last reliable West African ally as international pressure continued to mount. Losing Niger could be seen as victory for Russia, experts say.
Okay, I found this one interesting from the Punch. Abia state government says it has declared a state of emergency in 6 critical sectors of the state. Briefing newsmen on Monday after the State Executive Council meeting presided over by the state governor Alex Oti. The Commissioner for Information and Culture, OK Kanu, highlighted the sectors as security, education, infrastructure, investment, climate change, and pensions management. 6 sectors there. Quite an interesting one. If 6 sectors are in a state of emergency, then what's left? But that's the headline. Abia government declares state of emergency in 6 sectors of the state. Okay, we'll take some commercials. When we come back, we'll be again opening the phone lines, taking reactions to the stories. So for today, stay with us.
32 32 FM 94.9.
tí o bá wà lórí nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì àrídájú ìyẹn naija confam wo ẹ̀bùn ₦1000 ń dúró dè ọ́ o. O tún ní àǹfààní láti gba èlé ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀rún lórí èyíkéyìí rìsáàjì tí o bá ṣe. Àníkún dátà lọ́nà 100 fún oṣù 6 àti ìlọ́po méjì dátà lórí rìsáàjì àkọ́kọ́ rẹ ní oṣù òpó. Ìyẹn gangan ni nine confam látọ̀dọ̀ nine mobile tí ó yọrantí. Ra síìmù tuntun lónìí tàbí kí o tẹ *1400# lórí ẹ̀rọ alágbèéká rẹ. Nine mobile wà níbí fún ọ wà níbí fún Naija.
Kò sẹ́ni tó lè dágbé okòwò sókè ní ọwọ́ ara rẹ̀ nìkan. Ìdí nìyí tí Stanbic IBTC ṣe mú SME Collabo wá gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọwọ́ tí ń tini lẹ́yìn fún àwọn aládàáni okòwò kékeré àti alábọ́dé. Níbi tí ẹ ó ti gba èrè lórí ìpamọ́ owó yín láìsí ìdíyelé kankan lórí owó ìfipamọ́. Ọ̀nà láti gba ẹ̀yáwó àti ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé ẹ lọ sí orí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára wa www.stanbicibtcbank.com/nigeriabank/business. Lọ fún ìdàgbàsókè pẹ̀lú Stanbic IBTC. Stanbic IBTC ó lè jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? I'm in Biggie's world, where it seems like multiple stars are aligned for the ultimate showdown. I have to go. I have to go. Biggie's calling.
It's the return of your faves in the first ever Big Brother Ninja All-Stars. Get ready for Edge of Your Seats drama, showing 24/7 on DSTV channel 198 and GoTV channel 49. Get and stay connected.
Big Brother Niger All Stars is proudly sponsored by MoneyPoint, powering dreams in association with HFM, online trading at its finest.
Titi, I'm leaving now. Make sure you use this hypo bleach sachet to wash all the clothes, clean the bathroom, mop the floors, and
Mommy, one sachet for all this plenty work?
Yes, sir. Introducing the Hypo Bleach 200 ml bigger sachet. The bigger sachet you've been waiting for. Now you can do more disinfecting, whitening, and cleaning for just 100 naira.
Bigger 200 ml hypo sachet to do more housework.
John!
What's up?
Check your phone. I just send you Momo referral.
My mama don't run that one for me since now. Me say for the find who I go refer, make a quick hammer my million.
Hey! You too fit be one of the 12 millionaires for the Momo Refer and Win promo. To win, dial *671# to sharply open your Momo account and select option 6 to refer family and friends them. After that, make sure say them open Momo account and use and recharge airtime or data at least 100 naira. Chicken, the more people where you refer, the more you go win. If you not see out of 12 million naira every week, you fit chop out of 25 million naira.
Momo Refer and Win promo. The more you refer, the more you win. Promo go run from June 15 till August 9, 2023. Terms and conditions they shall.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
All right, you're welcome back. It's still on to Break It On Papers review here on 32 FM 94.9. And of course, we keep opening the phone line. It's opened. And of course, the numbers are still 070-55,949 or 080-97,949. And for international audience, +234 90 62,949. Obviously, we have some comment also on Facebook.
Okay, on Facebook, Miriam Yetunde says, good morning, Kenny GBOLABO. The address of Governor Shea Makinde yesterday to the protesting workers has proven that he's a leader who governs with human face. Since he assumed office, he has demonstrated nothing but good leadership by taking the welfare of workers and residents of Oyo State as priority. And I believe he will not relent. May he succeed under this Omiti 2.0 as well. Kudos to the governor, she says there. Omotayo Luarutimi says, we say a minister must come from every state in our constitution. This does not bring unity. Even every state is diverse and is like Nigeria itself. What Nigeria needs, what Nigerians need rather, is to speak one language and is spiritual and is a very advanced concept. I put the one language in quotes because of the real sense it conveys.
All right, this is actually quite interesting coming from the Punch newspaper. ICPC probes corruption allegations against Malami. And the story says the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission is investigating allegations of corruption and abuse of office against immediate past Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, who appears to be the number one law officer in Nigeria before now being probed for corruption. And this was revealed in a memo dated July 19, 2023, signed by the Petition Registrar ICPC HS for Laromi on behalf of ICPC Chairman Professor Bolaji Owasonoye. All right, I guess we have a caller here.
I have to try that one again. 0705 5949 0809 7949. We're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube. You just find us by doing a quick search. 32 FM 94.9 Ibadan. Let's have your thoughts on the stories of the day. Hello.
All right.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, Kenny.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Mustafa here. The Yamu has issues with rep and senators because he wants to control 774,000 social work that time. They told him to give them their own share. And he said no. It belongs to every Nigeria. That's why he has problems. It's not about corruption. They should face the work we select them for, to make laws, not to collide with the executive. About L5 clearance, I don't know which kind of clearance L5 means. When some ministers have been given clearance. That's my own say. Have a nice time.
Thank you so much for dropping that. Let's go back to Facebook and also see if you could take more comments here on Facebook. Okay, and let's see this one from Miriam Yetunde. And she's saying, good morning, Kenny and Bolabo. The address of Governor Sheyi Makinde. All right, we've taken that before. We have this from Omotayo Oluwarotimi. Okay, Onobamiro says, okay, we say a minister must come from every state. I guess we have that already. Right. And this one says, still from Omotayo, says, I do not see the reasons for the types of squabbles about Keyamo in our legislative house. I'm not saying Keyamo is fit for office. However, Nigerians major on minor and minor on the major. And we have this one from Mustafa Taiwo. Good morning, sir. Keep up the good work. Okay, thank you. All right, do we have a caller? Hello, good morning. All right, still talking about the memo against Malami here. The memo was in response to a petition filed by the Human and Environmental Development Agenda accusing the former AGF of corruption and high-handedness. And it's quoting this particular memo. All right.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, I'm John Uzonjoko.
Good morning.
I'm calling from the University of Ibadan this morning.
All right.
Yes, I did. I say attack against outside entire community or the Hausa tribe in Niger is an attack against Hausa ethnic nationality in Nigeria here. Yesterday I was told the right. As a professor's man, you see, former executive secretary, NHIS said bluntly that war against Niger is war against the North because they will get it done. ECOWAS meet on Thursday, apparently to review their stand. It is clear that the threat of military operation cannot stand. Let the ECOWAS leaders examine themselves and provide good governance as a way to prevent military inclusion and ensure transparent electoral system. I'm John Uzonjoko. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. All right, going back to this particular memo is alleging that the former Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, distributed 30 car gifts worth over 1 billion naira to his supporters in Kebbi State. The car's gift included 14 Mercedes-Benz, 8 Prado SUVs, 4 Toyota Hillers, and 4 Lexus. Beneficiaries of the car gifts, as reported by some dealers, were social media influencers, executive members of Mr. Malami's foundation, and women support groups.
Hello, good morning.
Morning,
good morning.
I say that that's one of the things I believe in, irrespective of whether I'm in APC or any party at all. That's actually what I've come up with Keyamo and Co. now. And I think we should not support asking him to account. We should. He should account for what the man like we are talking about. Come on account. That is actually what makes up a leader and a ruler. When you account for what. So if we now come and see what they've done, we should not account. Then something is wrong with us. Then we have come to the Republic of do anything you like.
Right.
I want to say this one. Don't know. The government will look at it as
very responsible. But with this kind of people that are coming in with these baggages, I don't know. I am having a routine. I didn't vote for them, but I'm having a routine. I thought we would have said something better. I don't put money. It's okay.
All right, thank you very much. Okay. Let's have your thoughts on that particular issue and a plethora of others in the papers this morning. 0705 5000 949 0809 7000 949. Once again, we're live on Facebook. You can drop your comments on Facebook.
All right, to take this from Raja Fizabiola Raja from Facebook, he says, "Good morning, Kenny and Bolabo. About the Malami probe, it is long overdue because this man abused his office when he was minister. Honestly, ICPC need to investigate him very well because he has cases to answer. God bless Nigeria."
Hello, good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
My name is Kile Balabi. I'm Malakia Sheborun.
All right.
I just want to commend the Senate for suspending the ratification of a ministerial nominee, everyone and three others. Because they show that they are not a rubber stamp. Because they say they are awaiting the security clearance. I give kudos to them. They show that they are not a rubber stamp. Have a nice day.
All right. Thank you. 0705 5000 949 0809 7000 949. Do we have more comments on Facebook?
All right, I guess we have to move over to another headline, and this is talking about NAV bombs 3 boats stealing crude in Beavers. A jet belonging to the air component of Operation Delta Save has bombed 3 boats while allegedly stealing crude oil. Good morning. All right, please go ahead.
About the minister that do appoint. He did not know me. It is the people that he knows that we appoint. If they destroy his government, if they destroy his name, my own take is, I usually ask whether I'm better off than them, or they are better off than me. You should give them doubt, because the president is different from Muhammad Buhari. We should not complain, because maybe, I don't know, so let me say this statement. The people who did not know me, you will not appoint me. Have a nice time.
All right, thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Your name, where you calling us from?
My name is Sari. I'm calling from Mudola.
All right, please go ahead, Sari.
About some time ago, I said President Tinubu said he will continue from where Buhari stopped. I want to be proved right now. Because this is a ministerial nominee. With somebody like El-Rufai, Kiyama, and all dressed like that. Do you think that this set of people are moving there for what? I've lost hope as far as this advance so far. It is just the continuation of Buhari government. Have a nice day.
All right.
All right, we have this story, and let's see, because our time is actually fast spent. The jet belonging to the air component of Operation Delta Save has bombed 3 boats while allegedly stealing crude oil from a pipeline in Rivers State, and one incident too many in Nigeria, talking about stealing of oil in the country. And our time is actually fast spent. We have to leave the studios right about now. My name is Bolabo Famous School.
My name is Kenny Durutilu. Thanks for joining us.